Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get started. Welcome to the summer sneak peek. We're going to be taking a look at some aspects of the 4aGoodCause fundraising platform. First off, a couple of housekeeping things. I just want to make sure that everybody can see and hear me. If you can, just type yes in the chat window over to the right. Okay, great. I will say hello there as well. Thanks for everybody for being here. We will be sending out a recording of this, so if you happen to have to step away or can't stay for the whole thing, that's perfectly fine. We will be sending out a recording in the next few days. So where you've put yourself over in that chat window, that's where you're going to ask questions throughout this presentation, throughout this webinar. We want to hear any questions that you have about 4aGoodCause. We want to hear feedback on what I'm going to show you today, new ideas for our product. We want to hear everything that you've got to offer. Feel free now in that chat area to introduce your organization to anybody else that's here. Tell us what group you're from. This is an opportunity for everybody to kind of see who else is in here. I know we had a lot of people register that are clients of ours, so I'm seeing some familiar faces pop up here in the webinar. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know we had a few unfamiliar faces in here as well, so glad to have you here as well. First introduction, I'm Ronald Pruitt. I'm the president and founder of 4aGoodCause. I've been helping nonprofits raise money online for over 24 years now. I'm coming to you from Kennesaw, Georgia. It's about 40 minutes northwest of Atlanta, here in the home office of 4aGoodCause. Somewhere in the house is my wonderful wife, 2 teenage kids, and my wonderful mother-in-law. My wife Jennifer is actually on the chat today. She's going to be she's a teacher, so she's home for the summer, which is wonderful. She's going to be writing down some questions for me and passing that to me as we get near the end, so that I can answer all this for you. Feel free to chat. Hi, Jennifer, if you're hearing me now. Let's get started. So I'm going to share my screen here. All right, everybody should see my screen now. Here's what we're going to be going over today. So I'm going to just give a very brief demo of 4aGoodCause, really for folks that may not be familiar with us, or maybe some of the folks we have in there that are clients of ours. Maybe you're new to the organization, you haven't gotten a full sense of all the things that we can do. We'll make that pretty brief. I'll talk briefly about how we decide to add new features. I mean, that's really what we're here to talk about, is to give you a peek into what we're currently working on, and some ideas for the future, and get your feedback on that. We'll talk about some recent things that we've rolled out in the last many months, highlight some big things there. Primary thing today is what we're going to show what we're working on now. We'll go over some ideas for the future. We want to hear your ideas as well. And then we'll go into some Q&A, where you can ask really anything that you want about the new stuff that I'm going to show you, or really just anything generally about 4aGoodCause. So let's jump into just talking about 4aGoodCause generally, starting out. So we've been in business 23 years. Again, I'm the president and founder. This business really is born out of my desire to work with the nonprofit community. Back in the late 90s, I got some opportunity to work with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and just fell in love with the nonprofits and with the things that they're doing. So that was really the birth of this business. And at the time, I was building a lot of websites and doing a little bit of that for nonprofits. And over the years, started doing more and more e-commerce. That's really the birth of 4aGoodCause. About 5 or 6 years ago, we decided to put all that knowledge into a software package that our clients are using now, and that's what I'm going to show you. It's really it's a fundraising platform for nonprofits. So on the one side, you can use it to build pages that support your fundraising campaigns. On the other side, we have a simple CRM or donor database where you then can manage or track those interactions with those donors. Some things to look for as I go through this short little demo, things that are, I guess, tenets of our business, why nonprofits choose us. The first thing is ease of use. We want to be the easiest fundraising platform on the market. So that means not only easy for you guys as nonprofits, but easy for your donors as well. We want to just make it plain easy for donors to give you money. We are a company that kind of lends itself really to less features, more simplicity. I mean, we're kind of going to be talking today about features, but we really are a company that we want to be thought of as the simple choice, more simplicity, ease of use, instead of, gosh, they have 1,000 features. That's really what we want to be for our clientele, which our clientele is mostly small to mid-sized nonprofits that have small teams that don't have a lot of technical capability or marketing staff and designers and all this type of stuff. So that's really who we're trying to cater to. We're trying to be effective for you and be affordable as well. So we've got online donation sizes more than double national benchmarks. If you have a message, a fundraising plan in place, you can be very, very successful with our fundraising pages. And we like our nonprofits to keep more of what they raise, so you can pay back your monthly investment in 4aGoodCause with a single one-time gift every single month. And the software is paid for. And you'll be supported. Probably the biggest differentiator for our business over the last 23 years. I think clients stay with us because of the service that they get. It's very different here. It's more personalized. You're not a support ticket. You're not call them, you get stuck in a phone tree, anything like that. And our clients have rated us 5 stars for that. So let's take a quick look around the software just to give you kind of that general sense of what we can do for you. So I'm going to start in the campaigns area for a good cause. So let's look at that fundraising side first. In this campaigns area, this is where you're using our software to build the pages that you need to support your fundraising campaigns. And a campaign can be a lot of different things. It could be an everyday donation page. It could be an event that you're having. It could be something more seasonal, like a campaign just for Giving Tuesday, or something maybe just for a particular type of donor, for example. In 4aGoodCause, build as many campaigns, as many pages as you like. There's no limitations on that. They are very easy to create. You're just telling our system what type of campaign that you're working on, and then we're walking you through a little step-by-step campaign builder. You're just filling in the content that you need to fill out our fundraising page templates, whether that's contacts, colors, logos, marketing copy that helps convince someone to give, images, giving levels, thank you messages that are going out. Nothing complicated about it. Again, our market is a small to mid-size, kind of non-technical nonprofit. Let's take a look at some examples here. What are these fundraising pages that I'm talking about? So most of our clients start by building a page like this, a donation page, basically the checkout process to take a donation, something that you just link to from emails you send out, from your website, from social media postings, anywhere that you want to drive a donor into making a gift. The pages are all mobile friendly. They work on any device. They're completely secure, and they're very easy to give through. A simple one-time giving process with clear headers, lots of white space, and all the things that donors are looking for. They're looking for all your content and colors and logos so that they can be convinced to continue to keep going and give. And then a simple form with things like suggested giving levels, the ability to do one-time or recurring donations, gift designations, tribute giving, simple, easy giving that's going to send out an email receipt, email alerts to your staff. We'll record the transaction in our reporting, and we push the donor onto a thank you screen where they can share you on social media and take additional actions on your behalf. Since you have the ability to build unlimited pages, a lot of our clients will do specialized giving, like this is just for monthly giving. Why not build pages that specifically are for certain types of gifts, certain times of the year, or certain types of donors build as many campaigns as you like, and get very creative. This is a monthly giving campaign from an animal shelter. If you take donations on For a Good Cause, you also can build pages for event registration. As an example of an organization selling tickets and tables and sponsorships, you can sell anything that you want for any type of event, paid, free, virtual, in person, no limitations there. These pages can be adapted to sell membership or really any type of fundraising product. We have clients that do virtual donation drives like this one. And then we have additional pages that you can build, we call landing pages, that are there to help you promote the campaign, and it brings in what we call the social elements of giving, like a giving thermometer, the donor roll, comments, that donors can make as they give. It's all about promoting a campaign and driving that donor into donating, or if it's an event, for registering for that. You also have the option for peer-to-peer fundraising on these pages, where you're enabling someone in your constituency to build their own fundraising page and go out and fundraise for you. The bottom line on the fundraising pages is that they're easy to build. They are creative, professional, show your brand, and simply work really hard to convert gifts for you. On the administrative side, what we try to do for you here, give you quick and easy access to all the data that's being collected, let you see the revenue that's being generated, and give you some simple tools for tracking your donor interactions. So simple dashboards that help you see revenue coming in, simple reports, nothing complex about this, to see your donations, your registrations, our contact area. This is our simple little donor CRM, where every donor has their own profile, and you can track anything from statistics, all their interactions, notes that you might put on them, contact information, more personal information. Put them into groupings, such as tagging someone as a monthly donor, and you can add custom fields to track anything that you want. We will even look up the email address to try to get social media links, or maybe an avatar or picture of that donor for you. Simple, easy reporting and tracking and interaction, all in For a Good Cause. No limitations on the number of users that you can have with us, and we play well with lots of other systems out there, and you always have access to our help and knowledge base. I'm just a phone call or a click away. So easy giving on the front end, easy administration and reporting on the back end, 5-star customer service, and we are very affordable. You can get started with For a Good Cause at only $84 a month. We are one of the few platforms that does not take a transaction fee for ourselves. And this fits very well with our donation averages, $273 for a monthly gift. Again, you can pay back your investment with a single donation every month. Very simple and straightforward. Okay, let's keep going here. So that's For a Good Cause. Let me actually come back over here. I want to launch a little feature in action there. Feel free to visit 4agoodcause.com if you want some more information about this. You also can request a demo. You can also reach out to me personally, and I'll share that at the end of the presentation. So an easy fundraising platform here is what we offer. So let's go back and kind of talk more about the future. We are never stagnant here. Always working to improve. We're always kind of chasing the knowledge here. Like you see, the brain is working out here. So we're always looking for new things to work on. And we appreciate when you give feedback and telling us what you think we should be working on. We're certainly always looking for that. How do we decide? We get a feature request. How do we decide what we're going to build and what we're going to work on for the future? It's really got to meet these 4 criteria for us. It must benefit the majority of our clients. So we're not really building something, that's specifically for one particular client. We want to make sure that whatever we add to the platform is going to benefit everybody or the majority of our clients. We're looking for some sort of tangible benefit for something that we build. We're never going to build something just for show. Oh, I bet this would look cool in the system. We want to make sure that if we're adding this, this is something that can help you guys increase revenue, save time. There's just some sort of benefit behind it. Anything that we build, we've got to make sure that that fits in with our mantra of keeping our system, the easiest to use. So we're never going to add something that we know is just going to complicate the system beyond belief. We want to make sure that we can add it to our platform in an easy to use manner. And just generally, it's got to fit within our timeline and budgets. And that really just means, we sort of have a path of what we feel how the product should be worked on going forward. We have a budget for that. We're going to make sure that whatever feature request kind of fits into that. That roadmap, as you say, is kind of constantly evolving. Again, we'll listen to feedback about what's going to go on that particular roadmap. So let's just briefly look at some things that we've rolled out in the last few months, maybe some things that you might have missed. I just want to highlight 3 things here. The first of which is hopefully you've seen our integration with MailChimp. We're really excited about this. This is one of the bigger updates that we've made. We have a really tight integration with MailChimp. So if you're using that to send out broadcast email to your donors, I certainly recommend that you turn on our integration with that. So it's very easy to turn on. You just enable it. You put in a little key from MailChimp. It'll ask you what audience or list that you want to connect to in MailChimp, and then it'll ask you to start your sync. And we will actually sync over everything in the contact profile. So that is tags, all the contact information, personal information, any custom fields that you have, that'll all be pushed over to MailChimp. So if you're using tags and custom fields in 4aGoodCause, you'll have that data available in MailChimp, and you can send segmented email based on that. So if I want to send an email directly to all my monthly donors and I've got those tags set up in 4aGoodCause, I can easily do that in MailChimp. The syncs will happen all in real time, so you get a new donation, that contact record is created in 4aGoodCause. That can be a new subscriber for you in MailChimp. So really tight integration for you there. I hope you'll take advantage of that. We also have a new payment processor that we've rolled out. That's Stripe. So we've been an Authorize.net partner for many years and have used that to enable our clients to be able to take online payments for donations and registrations and such. But we've recently added Stripe, just another option for our clients. It's a really good option for nonprofits that process less than $10,000 a month. It's very affordable in those cases. It has no monthly fees, a small percentage that they take out, 501c3 discount that you can apply for. It's a really nice payment gateway that you can connect to now and run your payment processing from 4aGoodCause. So I hope there's another option for you there. And then one of the biggest things that we did over the last many months is we have made this entire administrative interface mobile friendly. So you can take all of your data on the go. So let me close some stuff behind us so you can see better. So if I make my browser small here, you see that all the data in our reporting, it's all available in a mobile-friendly format on your phone. And you actually can do work here in 4aGoodCause on your phone as well. If you had to update a contact, add a donation, there's something of that nature, add a note, you can do all that work, update campaigns in here. It's all available to you. All the data is available on your phone. And as part of this particular little update, we also kind of standardized the look of the administrative platform with our typefaces and little things like, that you can click on a row that you can, you got the little window here, little menu to edit and delete things, just little things to standardize that across the whole platform. Again, our goal is to make the administration as easy as possible. I got some questions that have been forwarded to me by Jennifer. Is closed captioning available? That's from Sue. Not in this particular webinar software, but Sue, I'll follow up with you to see if you know, something I can get you that closed captioning on a demo or something like that. I'll try and follow up with you there. I've got something from Tamon. Any plans to move away from requiring an email on every contact record? Probably not. Email's kind of the standard thing that we use. Oh, well, excuse me. Let me back up. That's That's already available for you. I can add a contact record without email. I misspoke there. So the only things that are required are first name, and that's it. You probably want to add more data, but yes, you don't have to put an email in there, and that's already available to you as a client. Would you Javier says, would you recommend switching from Authorize.net to Stripe? Not necessarily. If you're doing more than $10,000 a month in processing, I would not, because the rates that you're getting from Authorize.net and a true merchant provider are already less than that. So I would not. If you're doing less than $10,000 a month, you're not really invested so heavily in Authorize.net, maybe you haven't been using it for a while, then that might benefit you. But there's factors other than cost when you look at your payment provider solution. Javier, I'll reach out to kind of go over those with you, but it's really about cost is a factor, but also kind of how the money is deposited. You know, Authorize.net, that path will deposit all the money up, Stripe takes the money out first, kind of what you're comfortable with, but I can reach out to you and go over that. So appreciate my wife kind of sending me some initial questions that we've got so far. We're going to kind of have more of those at the end here. So just some of the kind of recent stuff that we've rolled out there. Let's you know, probably the main thing you want to see here today is the current stuff that we're working on. So I'm going to give a little preview of that here. And our current milestone is really all about the fundraising pages and new templates, new designs for those. We break our development up into what's called milestones. We're currently in milestone 26, and that's kind of, we've had 26 kind of big rollouts since, I think that's since 2016, 2017 time period. So again, we're always working on something. So let's take a look at what we're working on now. So the main focus of this update that we're working on now is, again, the fundraising pages, and the primary aspect of the pages that we're working on primarily are the landing pages. So I showed those before. Some example, again, example here, the current page landing pages. So it's got, you know, it's all about presenting your story, your content, to convince someone to give. Maybe it's hard to build these pages on your own site. You want to really tell a great story about the campaign, attract donors into making a gift, and you want to take advantage of some of these elements like a thermometer and donor roll and comments so that you build excitement for the campaign. Again, you're just trying to draw people into donating or registering, you know, maybe if it's an event. Well, we've gotten a lot of feedback on these landing pages, and our clients have told us this is a big place that they want us to be working on, so that's what we've been doing. So let's go back, and we're going to look at 3 examples. These are campaigns that we've seen our clients do before: Stonewall Community Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Virginia, Riviera University, All clients of ours, these are campaigns that they've done before. Stonewall, we're going to show off an annual gala that they have every year and what a landing page might look like for that. Big Brothers Big Sisters, Central Virginia, they do a bowling event that's combined with some peer-to-peer fundraising. We're going to show what a landing page might look like for that. The university here, we're going to show off a simple crowdfunding campaign that they do every year on the anniversary of their founding. It's a Giving Day campaign. And I think from looking at this, you'll get the idea of basically, wow, we can do a lot more with these landing pages, show off a lot more content, and improve our storytelling. So let's take a look at the first example. This is Stonewall Community Foundation. Every year they do the campaign, an event called the Vision Awards. And this is a landing page that we've kind of mocked up. These are not working pages. These are just mock-ups. We're kind of in the design phase of this particular milestone, this development milestone. Let me kind of go through what you're looking at and this concept of content sections in terms of what you can build into these pages. So across the very top, this is going to be very similar to kind of what you're used to with us, what we have now. So you've got an opportunity, kind of this little top bar for organizational logo, and then some little helper links like the donor login that we have, the ability to share this campaign. If this had some peer-to-peer functionality in here, you may also see a search box. So if I can click on the little share, you have the ability to kind of spread the word here on these pages. Right below that is what we call our hero section, and all landing pages will have a hero section. The hero section is where you are making your first statement to the public about what this event is or what this campaign is. It's the first thing that donors are going to see. In this case, we've placed a foreground image, kind of a logo of the event. We've placed a little subtitle under that with the date, and then we've got 2 calls to action, RSVP, which would lead you into a registration page with 4aGoodCause, or a donation, which would lead you to a donation page here. You're actually going to have the opportunity to configure one of 3 types of heroes. You may choose something like this, which is a foreground image with a background color. You have opportunity for title, subtitle, call to action buttons here. We have another hero that has a background image that you can choose from. You have an optional thermometer that you can put in the hero. And then we also have another hero that you can do if you want a embedded video. Would be another option up into the hero. You basically will choose one of 3 heroes, and I'll show you our little kind of a starting screenshot of this new landing page builder that will roll out. Well, you'll have a lot of opportunity to kind of configure the buttons and colors the way that you want to. Our pages were kind of locked in a little bit with the template. You weren't able to change the names of the buttons and things like that. You're going to have much more flexibility with these landing pages. So after the hero, after you present kind of who you are, what this event is, you'll have the ability to add many content sections. And when you add a content section under that, you're choosing to add either single column, 2 column, or a video section. And you can add many content sections. So in this mock-up, we've mocked up here a single column, which can include image, headline, text, and another call to action button here. Again, even as they scroll down on your page, you're trying to get them to register, trying to get them to donate. You might be trying to get them to fundraise for you from these pages. Another content section that we've mocked up here, one of the types of content that you can add is a video embed. So we've added that here. We're kind of simulating that this would be, where you might come back to watch the video live stream on YouTube. So you have that ability there. Headline, sub-headline, call to action, and video embed. All throughout these content sections, you're choosing your background color, or in the hero background image if you prefer. And we're helping you figure out, what text looks best on that, whether that's a darker text on a light background or a light light typeface on a dark background. Another single column example here. This one is just headline and image. I mean, you kind of configure these the way you want. You don't have to have every single element in each content section. This is a good example here showing off sponsors. Certainly not something that you really have the ability to do on our landing pages currently. And then here's an example of the 2-column section that you can add. This could be image on one side, either left or right of text and header. And again, you can always put a call to action button in here. And then, but once you finish your content sections, we will add the campaign activity. We've had this on the landing pages currently, but we'll be reformatting them. They will now line up horizontally, which you can scroll left and right through things like the donations, the registrations, and the comments that have posted here. And we've got a new feature, a little see all link. It's going to make it much easier to for donors to see their donation posted there, see their registration, see their comment. And this will pop up a little window so that you can get that. So much more design capability for you, much more content that you can put on these pages, more calls to action, more opportunities for you to embed those calls of action as you go through these pages. It's a great opportunity for you to do more storytelling with the 4aGoodCause landing pages. Let's go back and take a look at a couple of other examples here. The Big Brothers example, again, they have a bowling event every year. So this is a in-person event with peer-to-peer fundraising. In this mock-up, I've turned on the thermometer. Again, another kind of option to turn things on and off here. You've never been able to really turn off the thermometer on our landing pages. You can do that now or turn it on. That'll fill in with the kind of color choices that you choose. You'll be able to choose a color palette for all the pages in your campaigns. You can see these buttons here. We've got one that's filled in, 2 that are not, because you get to choose what the primary call to action that you'll want in your hero. This also has, this is peer-to-peer. Got some search capability here to find the fundraisers. We've mocked up, again, single column, headers and text. In this one, call to action button, another single column, and here's an example with the kind of white typeface on a dark background here. Links, you can certainly embed that in any of these sections. A couple of more single column sections with images to show off sponsors. If you had a lot of sponsors, you can just add some additional sections and put those there. And since this one has peer-to-peer, we've got a kind of a new layout for how we're going to show the fundraisers, that people that are fundraising for you and their teams. That will be available here horizontally. Again, you're going to have the see all links, so it's going to be a great way to quickly help a donor find the team or fundraiser that they want to give to. And then again, the campaign activity is always going to be at the bottom of these pages for you. Again, more storytelling, different layouts, more design capability for you here. Let's look at our final example. I wanted to show this one. This one has the background image. It's another way for you to visually present yourself on the hero here. This one also has the thermometer. It's more of a simple crowdfunding campaign. It's Day of Giving, so it's all about just driving people in to donate. Single column here of content section and campaign activity. You don't actually have to have a content section. You could just have hero and campaign activity. It really depends on what you want to do, and you'll have the ability to build a lot of content there. So we're hoping this is going to enhance your storytelling and drive more donors into giving for you. The transactional pages, the donation pages, the registration pages, the primary structure of those will stay the same in this update. We will be adding kind of a fresh coat of paint to those. So the typefaces that we roll out for the new landing pages, those will be taken over to those transactional pages. We'll have some little touches that we'll do, probably header and footer on those to make sure that those match the kind of the style of the new landing pages, but the basic structure of those will stay the same, but they'll transition really well from these landing pages. You might be thinking, wow, this is a lot of new design capability. Is this going to be hard to create? No, it won't, because we're going to kind of take the same approach that we've always had with page building, and that means that you are just filling in our templates and saying yes or no to various options that you want with us. So this is very early little screenshot of our new landing page builder. So this is something, as you're configuring a campaign, you are going to decide that, yes, I need a landing page for this campaign, and you're going to click to go and customize that landing page. So I mentioned that you're going to have different types of heroes that you'll be able to choose from. So it's really just about choosing a layout that's going to work for you in your particular campaign. And then when you build that hero or that content section, again, it's just about choosing what you want. So you might choose the layout. Is this a 2-column or a single column, or am I putting a video in? And then you're just filling in that template. You'll have the ability to easily add new content sections and move them around. And our builder will preview, show you the changes that you've made, preview that as you're working on it. Again, it's going to be simple, straightforward. Once you're done building your landing page, you'll save and go back to do any other configurations that you need to make on your campaign. So it's going to be fairly easy. We're going to help you, transition into this, from your existing landing pages, all that. We're going to make sure that the transition is done well for you. Don't have an exact timeline when we're going to roll this out. We're thinking late summer, early fall. We'll kind of keep you updated on where we are with that. Our blog is where you'll see the announcement for when this rolls out. I'll probably do another webinar just to help kind of walk you through building these types of campaigns, and it's just something that we're really, really excited about. Feel free to post in the chat what you think. Give us feedback on these new pages. We want to hear what you think as we go along. Just quickly, some ideas for the future, some other things that we are thinking about. These are in no particular order in terms of when we might work on them. We're thinking about automating the 4aGoodCause billing, so you'll be able to put in a credit card in the platform, track all receipts with the billing from us and all that. We're certainly thinking about more enhancements to our CRM, and this will be just things that we think that you want to be able to do every day, in addition to not just tracking your donors and when they gave and who they gave to and things like that, but little things like helping with receipting and end of year tax summaries, things of that. Text to donate's been a big request from us. We do have plans for that. We have plans for what we call live feed landing pages. So taking what I just showed you, adding some sort of live elements to them, things that you could throw up at an in-person event on a big screen, things of that nature. Thinking about a referral program for our clients. We get mostly all of our referrals from clients telling others about us, so we're thinking about ways for you to get paid on that, and certainly a lot more. Our roadmap document is 2-3 pages now of ideas and things that we want to do to enhance 4aGoodCause from you. So look for some of that in the future. What do you think we should be working on? I'm going to drop a poll here. Bear with me. I'm going to share that now in the poll area here. So we've got some aspects of 4aGoodCause. What do you think we should be working on? We want to hear your feedback. Look at those sections and tell us what's the most important thing for you. If you don't see something on that list, or it's not specific enough, post it in the chat. Everything here is going to be recorded, so we want to hear your feedback on what you think is most important for us. So let's move into the Q&A. I've had some more questions forwarded to me. All right, so we've got a question from Mike. Is there a mobile app, or is it just go to the website? It's really just go to the website, Mike. So as I showed before, everything in 4aGoodCause, let's go here. Everything in 4aGoodCause is mobile friendly. So the donor pages are mobile friendly. So donors can go directly to the pages to make a donation or make a registration or pay for things there. And you as an administrator, if you're on the go and you need to get to, you need to see a donation report or anything like that, that also is mobile friendly. You'll be able to get that on your phone. We really didn't want to go into the app space because that's something that either you or a donor has to download from Apple, has to install. It's just another thing that's outside of the site and this itself that we would have to maintain. So we just want to make everything that we do on the web mobile friendly. All right, next question from Lauren. Will MailChimp Sync factor in a do not contact field to make sure we're not spamming donors who don't want to be contacted? Absolutely. That is available. Let me jump over to a different account here, a demo account that I think I've actually got. Let me jump into one that I've got a sync either turned on or almost configured here. Yep. So if I save that, yes. Well, there is a field. Hold on here. Let me actually show you the field. There's a field in the contact records. It's just here. It's called newsletter subscriber, and on the donation forms, this relates to a checkbox. If a donor gives and they decide, yes, I want to be on your newsletter, get your email updates, that sort of thing, then this box will be checked on the contact record. If it's when you start the sync between us and MailChimp, you can decide whether you only want to send over to MailChimp people with this checked, or you don't care and you want to send everybody. So yes, you'd be able to delineate that those people don't want to get email, so you're not sending people over to MailChimp for spamming. And you also certainly, if you don't use the sync, you can always just download donors and contacts into CSV or Excel and create audiences and lists in MailChimp. We also integrate with over 2,000 apps through our little Zapier link here. It's a third-party app that helps us connect to a lot of things. Virtually every email provider we can connect to, Constant Contact, Emma, all types of ones there. Another question here from Sarah. When will this go live? And so we're talking about the new updates. Again, we don't have a final date for that, but we're looking probably late summer, early fall for that. All right, a question from Clara. I'm loving all these questions, guys. I appreciate it. Logged in late, can you add a thermometer on the donate page without adding an additional page? No. The thermometer is meant to output on the landing page. This page, the landing page, is all about your storytelling, encouraging someone to give. That's where the thermometer is a piece of that. It's kind of a social function that if I see I want to get this client above 31,000. Let me click to donate. The donation pages, they are meant to be focused exclusively on checking someone out quickly and easily. So this donation page is not meant for a ton of content or a big feature like a thermometer or something like that. It's meant to quickly, with a little bit of content, a little bit of image, something like that, your logo, to convince someone, hey, I see you want to donate. I want you to keep going. We really need this donation. Please keep going. Please fill out this form below. So landing page is where you're going to output that thermometer and any other kind of content that you need to generate that excitement and then push them into a transactional page like this, or if it's an event, a page like this for registration. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting past. Jennifer, thank you so much for passing all these questions to me. We've got one from Anne. Is there any update to the landing pages to accommodate sponsorships and table information? So sponsorships, I think you probably saw here in the examples how you're able to handle that. So you've got your content sections. I would probably put them in either a single column or two column. And each of these types of content sections allow for a single image in that section. So, and you can add almost as many content sections as you like. So what we've mocked up here, this would be sort of a single collage image, and this has, 8 sponsors in it. Here's another one that has 10 sponsors in it. You certainly could build content sections, 2-column ones as well, like this here, where you might have a collage of sponsored images there, and you might list them, on the left or the right, depending on how you align this. Tables, that's a little complex design. That's not something that we're getting into, but you certainly can build paragraph text, bulleted lists, ordered lists, lists with no bullets. There are lots of ways that you can do text. Links, you can put, text links in, things like that. You can do a lot of that. So we feel like these types of content sections, single column, 2-column, video, it's going to enable you to build virtually any type of content that you want on the platform. A huge leap up from what we've done. So here's another sponsorship type example there. I'm pretty sure we can accommodate virtually any type of content that you want. If you're finding something, once you start using this, you find something, hey, I wonder how I could do this. You're going to email, you're going to call us, and we're going to work through it with you. Lauren says, can I get a link to the Stonewall demo page? Lauren, since you work for Stonewall, yes, you may. We're going to I'll get a screenshot to you or something. I'm actually in our design development tool, Figma, so I can't give public access to this, but this is something that we actually use to move things around and kind of work in real time, but I'll make sure that you get something. Let's see here. What else has been passed to me? There's a question about text to donate. If we'll have that, when we'll have that, maybe what that's going to look like. I did mention that is on one of the things that we're doing next. I don't have a timeline for when we would add that. It is something that we will add. Probably what we're going to do for that is going to do something simple, and it's going to be something that ties into your fundraising campaign. So what we're thinking about right now is that maybe you've built a campaign, let's say a donation page, for example. You want to use texting to drive people to that you'll be able to attach a texting keyword to that campaign. We will have some sort of 1-800 number or short code or something that you can use with us, and then people will text in that keyword and they'll get redirected to the donation page from the reply that you sent back. Something simple and easy, but give you the ability to add texting basically to any campaign that you have with us. So that is on the roadmap and is something that we'll be doing for you. I saw we did have some suggestions, text to donate. Appreciate that. Another suggestion, monthly donors to update their card on file. Yeah, that is something on our radar as well. Currently, what we have now in what we call our donor accounts that donors can create after they give, and those are completely optional accounts, is the ability to track the receipts. So that's actually where we're going to be. That's actually where we would put that additional feature for monthly donors. So I appreciate that. We'll look at our roadmap and see if we need to move that up in our timeline. You know, when we build things, we are a small team. You know, we're a small company, just like the clients that we work for. You know, small nonprofits. So we are we have kind of a slow, deliberative process here. We make sure that it works. We make sure that it's going to work well for our clients. So we're not rolling something out every week and just throwing it out there. We want to make sure that it works and works really well. So we work in a very deliberative process, but we're always working on something for our clients. Let's go into the chat to see if anything else has been posted here. My wife is showing me something. Let's go into the chat and just look around here. I'll stop sharing my screen for just a moment. Javier says, any plans to integrate with PayPal? Yes, that also is in on the list. We just added Stripe as a payment processor for the back end. What we're thinking about with PayPal is the ability to just add that as an optional add-on to no matter which system you're with, Authorize.net or Stripe. So yes, we do. I don't have a timeline for that, but that is on our radar. Any other questions for me? Feel free to post any last minutes on the chat. Let's do a little last minute housekeeping. Let me share my screen again just to show you. Oops, let me turn my camera off. Just want to show you my contact information. You can reach out to me here if you do have any additional questions. Again, I will be sending out a replay in the next few days. If I don't get that out tomorrow, look for that on Monday. I welcome any feedback, comment on anything you've seen here today, anything about 4aGoodCause. If you want to schedule a more personal demo, reach out. If you want to schedule just kind of a personal look through and talk about our product and what we're working on, and you want to give feedback on that, I welcome that as well. I thank you so much for taking the time today. Appreciate what you're doing in your communities and taking a little time to help us here today. My wife is telling me that we're getting maybe some final things coming in on the chat here. Lauren says, any chance we can embed YouTube videos on the landing pages? Yes, we have specific, and we have very specific. We've kind of always had that, but now you can add more than one because we have the very specific video content section and the specific video hero embed. So absolutely, you'll be able to do as many videos as you want. Absolutely. I think that's it. So thank you so much, everybody, for attending. I'll see you at our webinar next month. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.